This is Restoration with Pastor Dennis Martin. I'm grateful that you joined me on today. And I'm going to be sharing a very powerful message with you today. And if it blesses you, I want you to share it with someone else, forward it, email it, whatever you've got to do to share it with someone else, because I know it's going to be a blessing to those that will hear this word today. You know, as I go through everyday life, I run into people so often that say, Pastor Martin, I'm looking for direction. I'm looking to hear from God and what is my next step, my next move, whether it's in ministry, whether it's in their personal life, on their jobs, and they're just trying to figure out, look like I'm stuck here, look like I've made a rut my grave, look like I'm just in a loop. And I'm looping and nothing is coming together. And I'm trying to figure out, and all these battles are coming. Look like if it's not one thing, it's another. If it's not one thing, it's the same thing. And you're trying to figure out how in the world and what is going on. Well, I've got good news for you today. I want to share with you this word to let you know that this battle is not over your past. This battle is not even over your present. This battle is really over your future. Yes, I said it. This battle is really over your future. You know, the enemy will use the past to try to cancel out your future. And then he'll use your present to try to discourage you from even going after your future. But I want to tell you, God has an expected end for each and every one of us. And so the battle is not about the present. The battle is about the future. The enemy don't want you to get and be what God has ordained for you to be. You know, many years ago in Memphis, Tennessee, at Mason Temple, the headquarters of the Church of God in Christ, I was in the parking lot and the late Bishop Robert Richard Carr came through. And when he came through the parking lot, we began to conversate, and he said something to me that I will never forget. And this had to be at least 25 years ago. He said, Pastor Martin, I want you to always remember these words, that people are not fighting your past. They're not fighting your present, but they're fighting your potential. He said, sometimes people see where you're going. Sometimes they don't see where you're going. Sometimes they know that you're on your way somewhere. And sometimes they will fight where they think you're going to end up or where they think you're going to be. Have you ever seen people that they want you not to surpass them? They don't want you to do more than they are doing. And so they will belittle you or they'll make you feel bad. I said the other day that many people will criticize you disguised as help. They act like they're helping you, but at the same time, they're trying to make you look small and look little. And you've got to have really discernment to understand that. But people will do everything because sometimes they see where God is taking you. Sometimes they see the hand of God on your life, and they're trying their best to make sure you don't get there. And so they're not fighting you for where you are. They're fighting you for where they think you're going. And so I want to say to you, hang in there. Keep pressing. Don't give up. Don't allow the enemy to get you discouraged at this point in your life. Don't allow him to do it. Don't allow him to cause you to throw in the towel. Don't allow him to cause you to just become fatigued and say, I can't do it anymore. No, you've got to get yourself together and say, this battle is about my future. Many of you, God has showed you what this thing is about. Well, how do you know that, Pastor Martin? When you think of Joseph, Joseph knew what his future was because God showed it to him in a dream. He told him and showed him that your father and your brethren are going to bow down to you. He showed him by showing him the stars. He showed him those things. And after that, notice the roller coaster ride began. And it began with Joseph going through so much and end up with his coat being sold in many colors, end up being thrown into the pit, end up being sold in the Potiphar's house, end up in the prison after being falsely accused. But at the end of the day, when God used Joseph, at the end, you hear Joseph saying, you meant it for evil, but God meant it for good, that I may save much people, that he may save much people alive. You've got to understand that this is not about your present, is not about your past. This is about your future. And so I want you to know that your future is worth fighting for. Did you hear what I said? Your future is worth fighting for. So what I need you to do is I need you to dry the tears. I need you to shake yourself. I know you've been crying in your bedroom. I know you've been crying in the bathroom. I know you've been shedding tears in your car. But I need you to get you some tissue, get you some wipes. I need you to dry those tears from your eyes. When you come out of that door, when you step out, let people see you with a smile on your face like it's 2:45. Let people see that smile on your face. Let them see you're smiling. Don't come out looking like 6 o'clock. Come out looking like, my God, it's 2:45. And let them see a smile on your face and tell yourself that my future is worth fighting for. Keep prophesying to yourself that my best days are ahead of me and not behind. My future looks bright. My future looks good. And God is going to bring me to an expected end. Listen, I want you to share this with somebody because I know it's going to bless somebody. Those of you that's been feeling like giving up, listen, September is right about here. We're almost at the fourth quarter of this year, 2017. I need you to know that this is the fourth quarter. Don't give up. We're almost there. God is about to do something great in your life. He's about to cause something to happen. And I want you to hang in there knowing that watch God do what he said he's going to do. He is a keeper of his word and he's going to bring it to pass. And so what I need you to do, get up, keep pressing, keep moving, keep prophesying to yourself that my best days are ahead of me and not behind. Please share this with somebody or let me know that you've enjoyed it. And I know God's going to bless you. I'm looking forward to seeing you in your great future because your best days are ahead of you and not behind. This is Pastor Dennis Martin. Thank you so much for joining me today.